Hello, everybody, and welcome to Module 6 of the Theory and Development of Creativity. So in Module 6, we are going to go down here and click on this blue link. That'll take us right to the module, and we're going to be talking about nurturing and developing creativity. So we're really in the application stage of our modules at this point, and so we're applying everything we learned and really utilizing the skills to the best of our ability. This particular module is much lighter than many of the other modules leading up to this point. However, 7 and 8 get us ready to close out, so there are a few more assignments. So let's go ahead and get started on Module 6. So our key question here for Module 6 is going to be, how can creativity be nurtured and developed? So that is a question you need to be thinking about. It's a question that we're going to reflect on as we move forward in this module. So some of the things that you're going to be doing, your key concepts, are going to be identifying tools for generating ideas and focusing through with overview and relevant programs and lessons. We will be looking at a lesson plan this module. We're going to discuss the nature of innovation and the process of change as it relates to creative outcomes. We're going to examine organizational structures and practices that facilitate or inhibit the development and expression of creativity. Okay, so our module overview looks like this. We have our warm-up. We then have assignment 13, so just one assignment for this module, which is great because it'll give you an opportunity to go back, make up, fix anything, maybe catch up on some assignments this module. And we're going to look at a creativity-fused lesson plan. We're going to start step 4 of our creativity project, and then you just have a simple exit ticket. So these are also additional readings and resources. And so these are readings and resources in addition to what is in the module. So not the same as what you might find in an assignment, but different. They are there to help and support you in this topic. So my suggestion, download them, bookmark them, read them, scan them. Some of them are going to be really great for what you need now. Some of them are going to be good for you in the future, and a lot of these specific resources will help you with your lesson plan this week. I'm going to go up here to a creativity warm-up, and we're going to see what we're doing today. So this creativity warm-up is all about problem solving. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch this short little video. It's a clip from Apollo 13, and it's called Square Peg Round Hole. And you can watch it a couple times if you want. It's a pretty short clip. I think it's under 2 minutes. And then you're going to think about and pay close attention to real-world problems. So we tend to encounter real-world problems on a daily basis. And this week, what I want you to do is find a video clip, a picture, or an article that shows creative problem solving. So just like this video kind of does, I want you to use your creative problem-solving skills to find your own funny or real-world video clip, picture, or article showing creative problem-solving. This is also a great activity to do with your kids, even if it's not about this. When you're talking about a math concept or language concept and you say, hey, we're talking about this skill, I want you to go find it for me in the real world. Go find it in a newspaper. Go find it online. Give me a real world example for this. That's what we're doing here. We're just gearing it towards creativity. Okay, so module or 6.2 assignment 13 is what you're going to be doing is submitting an assignment that's called Creativity Infused Lesson Plan with Scamper and 6 Thinking Hats. So you've got a few tools here. So there are lots of different creativity tools. Scamper and 6 Thinking Hats are 2 of them. And I'll list a few other of those for you, whether you're familiar with Gifted or not. You have the 4 components of creativity. You have core thinking skills. You have the creative problem-solving process as just a few critical and creative thinking skills. And so what you're going to do is create a lesson plan that infuses either of these particular tools. And you can use a lesson plan that you've already created or find one online, or you can use a lesson plan in which you're going to use for this upcoming school year as well. So your first step is to watch this video. It is all about Scamper. Feel free to save it if you want, and you can show this to your students. I showed this to my students, particularly each year, and it gives a real-world way to use Scamper. And Scamper stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and rearrange and reverse. It is a tool as well as the 6 thinking hats that is used in real-world marketing environments. It's a hands-on tool. I actually learned about some of these when I took marketing classes way back in college. And this is something that a lot of businesses will do sitting around a table just to generate ideas for product. And I would do actually this very specific activity with my students. They talk about how they're going to redesign to sell cereal better. If cereal is not selling, what can we do? What are some ideas that we can generate? Great fun activity to do with your students. I actually showed this video. We did it ourselves, and kids had to create a poster or commercial to show what they did to change their cereal. I told them they worked for General Mills. So great way to see Scamper in action if you're like, I don't know how to use this in my classroom. Another quick Scamper video, he talks about it individually. Oftentimes when you teach Scamper, you can do it one at a time, which is what I would do with primary kids. We're going to talk about substitute. You give them an umbrella. I want you to substitute something in the umbrella, draw a picture of it, tell me what you did. Okay, we're going to do it with combine. I want you to combine an umbrella with something. I want you to draw a picture of it. So they can be used together. They can be used separately. You might give kids all of the Scamper options and say just choose one that best fits the idea that you want to move forward with. You can Scamper in the ELA block with stories. You can try it in math as well. So the more you become familiar with Scamper, the easier it's going to become to just naturally flow that in and it be common language in your classroom. Then we have the 6 thinking hats, and this is our second critical creative tool that we're going to use this week. There are 3 articles here for you, 2 PDFs, 1 article. And it really talks about these particular hats. It was created by Edward de Bono. He's done lots of different creative and critical thinking tools and has written books. He actually just passed away a few weeks ago, but huge in multiple perspectives and really helping businesses succeed. And so we want our students to succeed through critical thinking and problem solving. So essentially what you have is you have these 6 hats. And this can look a lot of different ways in the classroom. Kids can bring in hats, they can wear different hats, they can represent them with color cards. You can get really creative with that, but each hat represents something very different. So the white hat is facts, the red hat is feelings, the yellow hat is your happy emotions, like only looking at a problem from the positive point of view. Your black hat is looking at a problem from only the negative point of view. Your green hat is your creativity hat, and your blue hat is your process hat. So oftentimes I would maybe do a book study, and then I would ask 6 questions related to the chapter or chapters they read in a book study in my classroom. 1 question from each of these categories. So like list 3 facts, about the character, or this happened in the story. How did it make you feel and why? So lots of different ways to use it. Great for helping understand whole view and multiple perspectives. Quick video on it. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to use this document right here, and it is pretty much laid out for you how super simple. You can plug and copy and paste a lesson plan in. What is the title or unit that you're going to use? Again, feel free to use a lesson you've already done, or one you want to find online, or one you're doing next school year. So you're teaching a different grade level, you're going through your content, plug a lesson in here. Grade level and time frame, how long is this lesson going to take? What are your objectives and goals? What are the Florida gifted standards? Okay, that's really important. Your objective and your goal might be your state standard, but what gifted standards do you need to look at that document? Can you find to go along with your standards? Key questions and key terms, creative thinking strategies. So What are you using? Scamper, Six Thinking Hats, both? What materials are you using and resources? And then what is the lesson? What are you doing? And then how are you going to assess? And so maybe your Scamper, Six Thinking Hats is the assessment or a pre-post. Maybe it's embedded into your lesson. But I want to see a creative thinking lesson plan, but not just about creative thinking. I want your lesson to be an ELA or a math or a science lesson that then you take these tools and you embed it. That is what's going to develop more rigor and inventive thinking and high engagement in your classroom, is taking these creative skills we're learning, not just teaching them independently, which you can do as well, but how are you naturally embedding them into what you need to do every single day. Okay, so fill that out. You're going to submit it to me. You can review this PowerPoint. This was from a creativity district-wide training in our district a handful of years ago. That will give you a little bit of overview and understanding of embedding that information into your lesson plans. And then I just went over everything you need here. Here's your gifted standards. You can click on that. It'll open a new link. And then you're just going to submit that to me, and that's it for this week. That's the only assignment you have. So then when we talk about our creativity project, it literally says, work on your project. So all I need you to do is literally work on your creativity project. Yeah, I mean, get working, get moving. I can't wait to see your products and your presentations. Whatever that's going to look like, you definitely need to produce the product and go back into the creativity project part of your syllabus so that you know exactly what needs to be in your presentation. Should be a presentation that includes video or audio. So not just a PowerPoint slide. It needs to be either a PowerPoint slide with you explaining it. It can be audio. It can be like a screencast like I'm doing with these particular videos. You can do a Flipgrid. So you have lots of options in that regard because you can download Flipgrids. But you need to definitely provide a video so that we can hear your voice and hear what you have to say about your project. And then your exit ticket is going to be how can you be creative? How can creativity be nurtured and developed? And this time you're going to have two options. You're either going to throw up Canva or PowerPoint or something, and you're going to create a digital collage of how it can be nurtured. So this is a visual expression of how you would develop and nurture creativity. Or you can just write a one-paragraph explanation. And so here I'm just trying to meet each of your needs as in regards to, do you want to be a little bit more hands-on, or are you want to be just more textual and write out your thinking? So two options there, post that. And that's all we have for Module 6. It's so easy this week in regards to the course load. I have updated all grading up to Module 5 at this point. So make sure that you are checking your grades. I don't think I've really resubmitted too many of those for you. And then, Module 7 and 8 are going to be opening up shortly. So get ready for that. And I'm just going to give you a heads up about that. So, all right. See you later.